Well, good evening and welcome back, National Soccer League fans, to our final contest here on this Saturday evening in the National Soccer League. The Thunderbirds hosting the Golden Horde in the battle of black and yellow teams today here. And a nighttime kickoff for the first time here in Springfield this fall has descended upon us. But it hasn't stopped the home fans from turning out in droves once again, trying to support their Birds, the oldest team in the league. We're off to a good start in the season. They had won every game so far up until last week. A surprise loss at the hands of the Hydra on the road, and trying to bounce back in front of the home fans here again and get a win that would see them rise up into third place for the time being. Another impressive start to the season for them. And let's get a look at the starting lineups for their home side. No changes once again to this team that has been largely getting the job done. The only thing maybe missing is consistent goal output from Powers and Saratobi. Only 6 goals between them for the first 6 games of the season. Saratobi in particular still trying to adjust and settle into this new offense. And other than that, it has been business as usual. Excellent defensive record, 6 goals conceded, tied joint best in the league at the back. The addition of Ludwig Brzezowski has been palpable. Let's turn our attention now to the Golden Horde, who have been a surprise package and helped end the last undefeated streak in the league last week when they beat the Manticores in front of the home crowd. A 3-1 win. They're trying to carry that momentum and take down another top 4 team and continue their ascent of the table. And for the first time this season, looking to make it 2 straight wins in a row. Every win this season has been followed by an immediate loss, so trying to avoid that pattern continuing, and their team remains unchanged as well. Beto Sebastian expected to be out for the majority of the season with a serious knee injury. But Hector Altamirano came in last week and was impressive in his first start of the season, and he's back in the lineup again today, trying to keep holding it down to the back. Well, we've had 5 matches. We've got our final one coming up for you now. 4 games, of course, tomorrow as well, but we will focus our attention here to the kickoff as the Asheville Golden Horde and Ismail Abdulatif get the ball rolling here in Springfield, Missouri. Forest Park Stadium is ready to go. There's Maynard, the former charioteer, against his old arch rivals. Philip Miller, the former scout, also against his old rivals. Those two connecting nicely early on here. Let's skip away, but McCartney and Perkins turn them into a corner and wouldn't let him out. Now here goes McCartney going the other way. Can he get there? Oh, crunching challenge with Filipenko, but cleanly won. And the Horde have possession again with Filipenko. Villegas. Maynard. Trying to find him inside, and Prestes that time in the way again. Pink Nightmare pairing, Prestes and Raider, both former players from Chicago. Has been solid in midfield on their reunion. Here's Saratobi. McCartney advancing up the field once again. Here goes McCartney on the return ball. Perkins striking forward into the middle. Can he find a cross? McCartney cuts it back to Powers. Powers for Conrad off of Makanaki, out for a corner. Good defending at the death by the Golden Horde. Good thing it was his knee, because his arm was waiting to be hit. He knows it's a nervy moment. A corner for the home side here. Conrad to take it. Swung in deep towards Washington. Altamirano got a head on it, and Gies Van Eerschel can collect it. Sending it long, quickly trying to catch the Thunderbirds out on the counter. Abdulatif can't get a header to a teammate. Here's Prestes. Good bit of skill. Saratobi wins it. Still Saratobi. Cutting inside now for Perkins, and Semedo did just enough to keep it away with a dragging foot. Miller. Villegas. Thumps it forward for Poljak, but Rolandenu was a bit of an awkward angle, but able to catch it. Bad distribution, though, could be costly. And a real lot of Abdulatif, too casual at the point of attack, just kind of gave it back to them. Coming together between Powers and Makanaki, but the Thunderbirds lose the ball again. Here's Rodriguez to Duda. Nice ball. Abdulatif looking for Miller. Another giveaway for him up top. Perkins, nice touch to take it away from the defenders. Here's Powers. Can he release Conrad into the channel? Pace Conrad. Trying to work it forward. Cuts it back for Saratobi. Saratobi trying to return the favor, and again, just too cute with it for the Thunderbirds on that occasion. Miller. Filipenko. Duda. Skill from Abdulatif there. Can he find a teammate here? No. Raider read him like a book and got it back to Prestes. Here goes Yulogi Prestes, still carrying full of a lot of running. The young Brazilian. Here he goes. Nice cutback for Perkins. Might have a go here, and does. Blocked, and Raider couldn't sort his feet out and couldn't get it. Duda going the other way. Still Duda. Maynard. Inside to Abdulatif. Good drag back from Maynard. Good tackle from Andreas Rader. And cuts out the chance for the Golden Horde on the break. Conrad. Powers. Saratobi. Powers is beating the back line here. Isaac Powers in with a chance. Surely there it is! The game's opening goal, and who else but the all-time leading scorer in the National Soccer League to get us started here. Isaac Powers off the mark with his 5th goal of the season, goal number 168. And sends the Thunderbirds into the lead with a brilliant passage of play. Saratobi sets him up, and Powers does the rest. Simple enough, no chance for Van Aersel. When you see Powers there, unmarked in the penalty spot, bearing down on goal, there's only one outcome, and it's a simple finish. And a super strike from Captain Fantastic puts the Thunderbirds into the lead in front of the home crowd and into 3rd place as the dust settles in Week 6 action here. Well, hopefully that will open this game up. It's been a bit of a cagey affair so far. We will inspire the Golden Horde to get more bodies going forward. Here's Philip Miller trying to do just that, but McCartney read it all the way. After the Thunderbirds quickly here. Ritter. Moving long for Conrad, and that one got away from him. Boljak to Maynard. Altamirano, nice ball from him. Duda. Abdulatif. Riegas with a half chance in it here. Maynard. Back to Riegas. Abdulatif is in here. Ismail Abdulatif! Too weak. Didn't get enough power on it. And Bernadette was able to get down to it. Tried to just pass it into the far corner, but didn't really get the contact right. And a big let off again from Abdulatif. Thunderbirds now carrying forward. Prestes has spotted the run of Powers and picked it up brilliantly. Powers. McCartney in the area. Altamirano got a touch on it, and Guy Van Aersel wasn't sure, so he cleared it. Conrad. They knocked it past Poljak, but the speedster read it well. Makanake under pressure was forced out of bounds. It's a Thunderbirds throwing. Back to Bruce Anderson. Borzowski. What a calming influence he's been. This Thunderbirds back line, a big part of their defensive success this season. McCartney. Perkins trying to reverse it, and Semedo was there again. Good defending at the back. Miller. Duda sending it long for Miller. Nicely weighted pass. Good skill. Miller, though, held off it cleanly enough, says the referee, by Prestes. Perkins into Powers. Saratobi ran into a brick wall of Rodolfo Semedo. Now here's Miller. Struggled to really get going on the right wing here with McCartney dually defending him. Nice movement there from the Golden Horde. Here is Riegas looking for the ball, and McCartney again has really been impressive on the left wing today. Here's Andreas Rader. Powers to Saratobi. McCartney is now at the other end of the pitch. He's just running back and forth and back and forth. Powers to Saratobi. Saratobi looking to return it, and Makanaki was there because the pass was overhit. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Maynard sweeping ball to Miller. Nice find from him. Filipenko into Riegas. Can the Golden Horde find an equalizing goal in the few minutes that remain in the first half? Lovely pass. Poljak trying to pull it back for Riegas. Swerving through the traffic. Riegas, Borzowski, Abdulatif saved and out for a corner. Better from the Golden Horde. And Borzowski and Bernadette keeping it cool at the back, but it is a corner. Maynard to take it. Swung in by Maynard towards Poljak. Saratobi's there. Riegas might hit this. Does hit it, but Prestes got to block him before it could really fall. Conrad de Rader. Saratobi turning, opening it up ahead of him. Perkins to Powers. Going the other way with Conrad. Nice find. Powers, Perkins, Saratobi trying to find McCartney and couldn't do it. Latif able to hold it up for Maynard. Wide to Miller, again encouraging him to get forward. Duda's making the run in behind. Goes to Filipenko instead, and he dribbled out of bounds. A little bit clunky at the moment going forward. The Golden Horde struggling to find their offensive rhythm, especially on this right wing. They've had a real hard time getting past McCartney and co. There's Prestez. It's been very lively. Oh, wow. Crunched down by Abdulatif there. Sends waves to the crowd. It's a Thunderbirds throw in here in the final minute and a half of first half action. Still a 1-0 lead courtesy of the Isaac Powers goal. Here's Perkins. Powers to Saratobi. Wide to McCartney as he found him in stride. Yes, he has. Referee is saying there was an arm using the control there, and it will be a Golden Horde ball, and in all likelihood that will end our first half action here with the hosts. A goal to the good and ahead at the break. Barring any last-minute freakish accidents here. Samantha to just send it forward, trying to get a lucky bounce maybe. Perkins is there, cover it up, and that should do it for our first half action. There is the whistle from the referee. And Isaac Powers' goal, the difference in the two sides at the break. We'll be right back for a short break to bring you the final half of action and potentially more on our final match of this Saturday on the National Soccer League Network. Welcome back, National Soccer League fans. It is a 1-0 lead for the home side here, as Powers' goal the difference at the break. You have to see if either side can break each other down in the minutes that remain. McCartney has been excellent today. Saratobi on it here with the Thunderbirds in early attack. Perkins looking for Powers, and he's found him. Isaac Powers looking for the yard of space, and Makanake just about didn't have to recover it. Here trying to send it forward to Poljak, who is full of running. Look at that Bruce Anderson here. Maynard. Abdulatif. Rodriguez back to his feet. Nice ball. Duda. Duda might break for him here. Duda! He's missed it! Was stumbling and couldn't stand up to get the strike quite right. As it swerves inches away from the equalizing goal. Strikes the back stick there. It was a fortunate break, and he couldn't capitalize on it. Thunderbirds get away with one there. That was a chance, and goes to show the tenuous proposition of a 1-0 lead. It could go away in an instant. One mistake. Maybe a little bit more motivation for them to try and get forward and grab a second goal. Here's Powers. Going to do just that. Conrad. Anderson to Perkins. Saratobi trying to return it, and Semedo was all over it. Good tackle from him. Maynard had it taken away by Rosowski, who was far up the pitch, but it worked out. A good step from the Polish center back. Powers. Saratobi isolated, but has it here with Perkins. Powers. Saratobi. Perkins is through the middle. Bradley Perkins to win it. Good save from Van Ursel. Great stop at a critical time that would have pretty much put the game to bed. Prestez pinches it back. Excellent defending from him. Golden Horde a bit on the ropes at the moment as Saratobi has Conrad ahead of him, and the pass was overhit for Prestez, who was in behind with a better ball there. Rosowski wins another header, but it's broken kindly for the Golden Horde. Poljak. Maynard, is he onside? Referee says yes. Brandon Maynard. Duda Marquez. Duda! Good save from Gerlandenu. This ball's going to stay in play. Poljak! Rosowski's there, and Duda trying to knock it around for Miller, but Gerlandenu is across to snuff out the danger. Mirano thumps it back toward Raider. Conrad. Works inside with Powers. Nice ball. Perkins. Trying to skip away, but Altamirano shrugged him off like he wasn't there. Impressive defending again from the stand-in center back. Back with the Thunderbirds, both teams struggling to really steady down any possession at the moment. Anderson sends this long for Conrad. It's a nice ball. It might connect. Conrad can deliver a textbook cross here. Finds Perkins. Around the back, it's off Makanake for a corner for the Thunderbirds, sensing the need to try and strike while the Irons hot and grab a second goal that would give them that insurance policy they so desire. Might have a substitution coming up before this corner can take place, though. Let's wait and see. It appears we do indeed have some changes coming up now. McCartney's day is done. A bustling afternoon full of running. Musa Cross comes on for him. And it's a substitution for the away side as well. Kieran Wilson is coming on for Serdan Poljak, trying to spruce it up on the wing for the visitors. Forward ball in from Conrad there, not one of his best. Powers has it though anyway. How did this happen? Switching the point to Musa Cross. Cross, nice dummy. Saratobi! Oh, it's a stunning team move. And an incredible save to deny Saratobi, who was already wheeling away in celebration. And why not? It was so well crafted. But a great stop from Gies van Ursel. Just enough to keep it out. Another corner for Conrad here. Swung in. Powers' header is held by van Ursel. It was too far away to really trouble the goalkeeper that time. Golden Horde have it in the midfield here. Still only trailing by the one goal. Maynard. Wilson off the bench. Maynard, clever little dump off pass there, but Rodriguez couldn't do the same. Got his pocket picked. Held it for too long. Too nonchalant with the dribble there. Given away, it's Saratobi. Conrad's going to struggle to keep this ball in play, and it is going to roll out for a Golden Horde throw-in. They've got just over 20 minutes. These two teams are trying to sort this one out. They are still leading the home side, the Thunderbirds, with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Isaac Powers' early first half strike. It's still hanging there delicately in the balance for one of these two sides. Washington able to control it. And to Eulogy Prestes.
There's a message for Alan Roach. Alan Roach, please can you come to reception? Your wife is waiting for you.
Prestes again. Going to send it long for Musa Cross, the rookie, or rather second-year pro. Full of running, cross into the area for Powers. Makanake away. Good chance there. Now the Thunderbirds have numbers committed forward. There could be a chance on the counter here with Brandon Maynard striding forward, and it's poor. Very, very poor from Maynard. Given away cheaply. Here's Perkins. Powers has gone down. Hopefully nothing seriously wrong there. Altamirano. Inside to Maynard. Latif can find Duda forward here. Duda Marquez trying to get away from Morzowski, but just dribbled straight at him. Perplexing decision-making there. Here's Prestes. Powers. Perkins. Saratobi. Thunderbirds crafting this attack nicely here with Saratobi with space in behind. Nice ball for Powers. Altamirano comes across to snuff it out. It is a corner for the Thunderbirds, trying to find that second goal. It might actually be given a goal kick, it seems. A second change after a word of advice from the linesman. It's going the other way. Van Ursel picks the ball up for a goal kick. I have a substitution now here as well. Let's see what's going on. Saratobi's day is done. Gabriel Thomas comes on. Miller is making way for the veteran presence of Antonio Carlos Santos. Two changes made by each team so far today with just over 10 minutes to play. Frustrating afternoon for Miller, not really yet to get going in his new club. Nice header there by Kieran Wilson. Keeps it with the Golden Horde. Duda. Maynard, nice ball for Abdul Latif. Is this the chance here? Trying to return it, and too cute again there. Too many passes, too many touches, and not getting the shots off. Thunderbirds retake possession here with Conrad. Nice switch of the field there. What a pass to Cross. That's what they call him, crosshairs. Here's Conrad. Cross going into the situation, trying to take some time off the clock here. And he lost to Filipenko after all that, though. Chance goes away. Golden Horde have just over 7 minutes to play here to try and get back in the game. Filipenko down the line. Duda. Still Duda. Had it picked by Washington, though. Perkins. Powers. Cross. Prestes. Nice ball for Perkins. Trying to return it to Cross, and well read by Makanake again. Both these teams just trying to do one too many passes, it seems. Free kick there on Abdul Latif for taking out the legs of Orzowski. So this 1-0 lead might just be enough to get the Thunderbirds over the line and all 3 points here today. Another change coming up now, the final one of the day for the Thunderbirds. Andres Raiders coming off for Stephen Hummel. And trying to shore things up in midfield to get his side over the line. 87 minutes on the clock here. Hummel involved straight away. Carrying it forward. Perkins. Bradley Perkins. Nice surge there for Powers. Perkins! Powers! He's in! Powers capitalizes on the assist from Perkins off the post, and that sinks the Golden Horde here. Powers at the double. And they're going to claim all 3 points here in front of the home crowd. 6th goal of the season in 6 games for Powers to go joint 2nd place in goals scored this season. A little bit of pinball, but they won't care. Perkins will take the assist off the post. And Powers there to poke it home from point-blank range into an empty net. That will be that. The Thunderbirds across the line here. 2-0 now with just 2 minutes to play. And that should do it for the home side as they cruise into 3rd place. The Golden Horde, again, another win followed up by a loss. Completely 50-50 this season. Didn't take advantage of the chances they had. And they made to pay in this 2nd half. 30 seconds remaining here till added time. Let's see the referee's choice. Can't imagine much more than a few minutes, and indeed just 4. Thomas. Powers trying to return it, and Makanake did well to prevent that last goal. Duda. Abdul Latif. Is Filipenko on side here? Yes, he is. Gonna find Duda in the middle, and Washington determined defending. They're trying to keep that clean sheet intact with just over 2 minutes to play. Abdul Latif. Filipenko struts it on for Wilson. Into the box should be Grenlandino's ball, and that should do it. The Thunderbirds are going to come away for this game with 3 points and a clean sheet and 2 goals. Maynard and Duda trying to spoil the party here. Duda. Abdul Latif to Duda! And he's missed it by a country mile. And that is all she wrote for the day. The Thunderbirds claiming a 2-0 win here in front of the home crowd. Isaac Powers, the man of the match at the double. And that concludes our Saturday evening coverage here of the National Soccer League. We will leave you here with the full match stats and highlights from this one and breakdowns. Back tomorrow for our final 4 games of Week 6 action on the National Soccer League Network. Until then, goodbye and good night for now.